All right, made it through the night. Was a really good night. Good morning. Welcome back to the epic summer camping trip. So there's the morning out there. Solar panels getting its sunshine. And not much else. All right. It's time for some coffee. That's the first step, right? Get that coffee going. We're going the easy way now. We're just to do the packet. No, I'm not grinding today. I'm not grinding coffee. It's gonna be a simple trip. So that little stove is working. Looks like the stove's working. It's not catching on fire. It's not leaking, which is a good sign. That water's coming up to temp pretty quick. There we go. Get my spoon. All right, got some coffee in me. Got some protein bar going for breakfast. Didn't feel like cooking really. I am gonna head up the hill. There's another mine on top of one of these hills. I'll put it in the video here. All right, so this is where Big Bear Lake is. This is where I'm at right here in the wilderness somewhere. This is 201 that you're looking at. Let me switch to this. So you got 201 Burns Canyon Road. So you go off to where I'm camped at, follow down this Black Diamond Road. It continues down this way, but this is where I'm at in this little area on this flat spot. So my goal today is to go up and around this way, and then gonna take this route because this one was hard going down, so I'm just gonna go up it, and then somewhere over here is an open mine. I'm gonna try to find it, and then I'm gonna take the loop back down. But anyway, I want to go see if I can find the actual mine itself. I was up there once and I thought I saw it, but I didn't like stop. Was kind of running out of daylight, but I'll actually get off and explore on foot today, so we'll see. Today I did actually put a mount on my helmet, which is good. Always forget to bring that helmet mount. Even if I just put a helmet mount on the quad, I could mount this camera on the helmet, but this guy overheats a lot, so no fun in the sun. Anyway, I'm gonna get rolling here and see you on the trail. was rough. That was white knuckle even for me. I ain't like I was in my 30s, that's for sure, when I used to ride out here on this same quad 20 something years ago, believe it or not. But the mine I thought I saw is not where I'm at. I could be confusing it with another area, but I don't know where it would be. It was like a giant crack, and I rode my quad by it. I could see down into it. You know, this place is pretty flat up here, but I'm not seeing any diggings either. Not looking forward to the ride back. I'm going down the other way. This is a loop, and where I almost wiped out there off the side, I almost wiped out there off the side going down it, which was more scarier. So I decided to go up it, which was well, not much better. But gonna try the other way going down, but it is pretty rough. Even that stuff that's for the Jeeps before the split, it's pretty rough, and it's when it's hard going up, it's harder going down, because that quad can get off balance really quick. But I'm not seeing a mine, not where I thought I saw it. Not where I thought I saw it. I tried looking on the saddle. Oh, there. Is this it? Is this one of them? No. They started something here, but not quite. Not quite. Maybe it is up here. Maybe. Keep walking around and I'll figure it out. Keep walking around and I'll figure it out. I'll fire this back on. I'm going to try to save my battery and not overheat this GoPro. Well, I'm not seeing it, so I want to continue on down the other side. See if there's more to this hilltop than I remember. Maybe I'll find it. You never know. All right, back on the quad. By the way, them tires are bold. I had a couple of close calls coming up after I stopped filming. Just didn't have the grip anymore. But, yep, keep trucking.
A few moments later.
Well, I was not smoking crack many years ago. There's the hole. There's the mine. That's it. I can't see how deep it is, but they definitely followed something. I'd have to come up in the night and shine the flashlight in, but I can kind of almost see the bottom where they tried. I don't see enough really diggings here for that to go very deep. All this surrounding here is just from this. There's a hole right here where they tried. There's another one that I came by. So there's a fork. If you're coming up the other way and you make a right towards the outside, this is where I saw it. And that basically loops back where I was hiking. I'll show you on my watch. Anyways, this is where I was. This is where I'm standing now, is at this loop right here. You could see where my camp was. I came around up here, then I went up this part. You can see where it's blue. That's where I almost ate it. Coming up this was the part where I was slipping on my tires. You can see where it's blue. This is where I walked around. The darker color is the slower movement. Got on the quad, then I rode it up this fork, and this is where I discovered the mine. Where I am in respect to that, here's the walking trail that I plotted. Oh, that's a deep one. That's a deep one. There's like carcasses down there, I'm sure. That's interesting that you can't even see that and it's not marked. But that's a vertical shaft. There's no way to see in there because I am not looking down over that. But we can toss a rock in there, right? Let me find something of significant weight. That goes a ways. Without a doubt. That goes a ways. Yeah. I don't know if there's climbing out of that one. Need a camera on a rope with a light. Like my GoPro or something. But yeah, I want to leave it alone. Found it. It's definitely here. You know, maybe that one connects and you can come out of that one into that one. Or that one comes out somewhere on the edge of the mountain. Like a lot of times they will come out. Anyway, I want to turn around and go back down the other way. It's this is probably my last time ever coming up here, because that trail is rough. It's rough, and I think it's a little too iffy and dangerous up here. I've seen enough, explored. I don't need to come back here. All right, I'm back at the split where I went up that. So I've completed the loop. Now it's just no danger of falling off a cliff, but that stuff down there was pretty rough. You can still flip over and, you know, bust a shoulder or something or break a bone, because those are boulders you're driving over. Gonna rest a little bit here and have a drink of water. Continue on down. I think after I'm done with this particular loop, after I get out of this, I'll stop at that old Plymouth or Buick, whatever that thing is, and then I'll probably go back to camp, have a snack and chill, because I need to reset my mind after a trail like this. You don't want to keep going and something bad happens, you know. Gotta hydrate. Whew. Anyway, good ride though. Good ride. I haven't been riding for a long time, so I'm out of shape. I gotta get out here more often. I definitely need some new tires. I do have some knobby tires, but they're a little bigger diameter and they're harder to fit into my truck underneath that tent. So I put the stock size back on, but you know, occasionally these on the bald tires I can go quite a ways. Like 98% of the time I don't have a problem with these bald tires. Just now and then you come up something, you know, steep, short. It's usually something short, and it's powdery like this, and it just don't grip. You know, you could be coming up this and it starts slipping. The gravity starts pulling you back. This is what happens. They should have took their sign when they completed their thing. Or maybe it's coming. Maybe it's a 4th of July thing, so I'll leave it alone. Leave it as I found it. Anyway. Alright, I'm gonna roll down that hill. See if I can be safe. Anyway, there's the old car. I think it was a Buick Plymouth, something like that. I think we did look it up. I'll look it up one more time before posting. Maybe there's some there that's recognizable. I actually have a picture of this. I'm gonna try to find it. You could see where the bumper is. But this used to be over there, kind of sideways. After people started going to, you know, 37-inch tires and 42-inch tires, and the car started to get monster trucked. That's pretty much what's left of it. But when I was, you know, in my younger years out here, that car was on this embankment, just kind of pushed off. It was stuck. It was mostly complete. But anyway, you know, it's obviously pretty dead now. There's the door, one of the doors. There's the other door. Yeah, I'll look up and see what it was. Anyway, got down that hill safe with no injuries, no damage. Was kind of surfing the quad on the boulders, but the quad is equipped with a diamond plate. When I first got this many decades ago, you can see that There's Diamond Plate. The whole thing's kind of a sled. So, because of the terrain out here is just too rocky and things, you end up sledding most of the time. So I added that. I realized it was getting, you know, dinged up the first time I rolled this over on its side, and I could see the bottom of it. Here's the picture. After that, I installed a winch and the Diamond Plate so I could, like, you know, recover myself or flip it back over. This does have a Warn 2500, an actual Warn, but the W. These were a big thing back then. Now you can go to Harbor Freight and get one that works as good. So, anyway, I'm gonna roll back to the camp and just kind of chill. Starting to get kind of towards high noon. Maybe make some lunch. Do got a couple of friends may come out this afternoon, but don't know. So I'll have to figure that out. But I'm just gonna chill. Probably do an evening ride. It's still Sunday, so there's gonna be a lot of vehicles on the trails, on the main road, so I'll stay off of that. I don't need to be encountering any 50-mile-an-hour buggies. So anyway, gonna roll back to camp. All right, back to camp. That ride was 4.5 miles and 1 hour 30 minutes. So I'm gonna make it lunch, I guess. Just hang out and chill. All right, having some roast beef sliders, canned stuff with barbecue sauce, and listen to some news. It's good. Just chilling at camp. That hits the spot for sure.